Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. This is your Luton versus Chelsea match preview and the latest Chelsea news that's circulating around. So, we're going to talk about everything. Look, straight up, let's get into this game. This is a perfect opportunity for Chelsea Football Club, Mauricio Pochettino, the players, the board, the owners. It is the perfect opportunity for us to build momentum. Look, I'm not going to come here and sugarcoat anything. And I think I kind of echo a lot of the things that you guys are probably feeling at the moment, which is right now it feels sour. There's a sour taste in our mouth. Nothing kind of feels exciting. Even if we win, even when we win, we don't seem completely happy because the performances have not been a complete package. So the only way to change this sour taste that we have in our mouth is we got to pick up wins consistently. That is the only way things are going to change. So this is a perfect opportunity to build on the win against Crystal Palace, which, let's be honest, once again, first half, there were a few minutes we were very, very good. Second half, not so good. Could have gone either way. In all honesty, we get the winner, which is brilliant. But now, hopefully, we can put up some sort of a performance against Luton and get another win and keep, taking those points and rising up. I don't really know whether we're going to rise up the table. I think the points gap is a bit too much, but at least bridge the gap. Bridge the gap so you're in striking distance to take over from others in the likes of Brighton, in the likes of Newcastle, and so on and so forth. And if we have some sort of aspiration, this season to rectify whatever, we have left, we still got half of the Premier League season left. If we have some sort of aspiration to rectify this season, we need to pick up wins. January transfer window just around the corner. God knows what can happen. It'll be interesting to see what our policy will be. Are we actually going to bring in some experienced players to help out the current mob, or are we going to continue with the below under 25 players and keep influxing the team with plethora of youth players? So it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, there's rumors about Victor Osimhen. Don't think he's going to be coming in January. I fully think if it does happen, it's probably going to be at the start of next season. Look, Luton, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be an easy match. This will not be an easy match. They, in recent time at home, have been very difficult to put away. I remember Liverpool having a draw against them. Man City struggle against them. Arsenal struggle against them. I think they picked up a victory against Newcastle. I'm going to go through what Valen is one of the big supporters of this particular channel. He's actually sent me an in-depth analysis on Luton, and I want to share that with you guys. But we'll start off with the Premier League table. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a quick look at the table. This is what the table looks like just before the new year starts. By the way, to everyone, I'm pretty sure I'll see you guys tomorrow. God willing, inshallah, I see you guys tomorrow. But if I don't, Happy New Year to you guys. But I'm pretty certain I'll see you guys tomorrow. Start of just before the year ends, Liverpool are leading the table by 2 points. Arsenal just behind them. And if you scroll all the way to mid-table, which is where we are, Chelsea, 25 points after 19 games. So we've now well and truly passed the midway mark, and 25 points midway mark to the Premier League season. That's quite embarrassing. But that's the situation we're at the moment. 10th for Chelsea, 25 points. Newcastle on 29. So as I said, we can bridge the gap by winning. And if you go further down, you see Luton Town on 15 points after 18 games. So it looks like they've got a game in hand. But they've got 2 wins in a row in recent times. Consecutive wins is something that we can't say about us. As you can see, we have a very yo-yo style of form. Loss, win. So if you are a betting man, and I don't entice anyone to bet, you know how this trend is going. Win, loss, win. Yeah, I'll let you finish off that particular sentence. But Luton, as you can see, 2 wins in the last 2 games. This is their recent results. As I've said, Liverpool 1-1. Man United, they lost at Old Trafford. At home, they beat Palace 2-1. They lost to Brentford 3-1 away from home. That was a blockbuster match against Arsenal at their home ground where they were winning. It was a massive comeback from Arsenal. Manchester City as well had to fight it out 2-1 against Luton. Newcastle, they beat them at their home ground. Look, their home ground, it's going to be quite raucous. It's going to be loud. It's people talk about the size of their pitch being small, but actually Valan points out a very important factor, which I'll share with you guys very, very soon. The fact that Fulham's stadium is actually even smaller, and we've been able to beat Fulham there. So Sheffield United, as you can see, away from home, 3-2 Luton. So they're in good form. They're in absolutely good form. Couple of players to look out for is number 1, Ross Barkley, and number 2, Townsend. But there are other players as well. I just want to quickly showcase to you guys their last lineup. Adebayor, Jay Brown. Adebayor is actually a very good player as well. Townsend, absolutely, still a lot of experience. Still has enough to give in the Premier League. Ross Barkley will definitely have something to prove against Chelsea Football Club. Long-range shots galore coming our way. He will definitely ping one shot away. There's no doubt about that. Sambi Lokonga, he definitely has things to prove in the Premier League as well. So, look, as I said, I want to share some information that Valen, who's a very, very respected subscriber and member of this particular channel, he's shared some really good stuff, and I want to share that with you guys. He goes on to say the formation we would expect from Luton is 3-4-2-1, somewhat similar but lower quality to that of Tuchel used to employ us. He goes on to say the key injuries and suspensions, Captain Thomas Lockyer, obviously in recent times. Thomas Lockyer suffered a cardiac arrest in the match, so hopefully he's doing all right. And Nakamba is missing out as well. Kabore goes on to say Luton are known to give away a lot of fouls, average 10 to 12 fouls a game, but hardly pick up more than 2 yellow cards per game. It shows the level of intelligence and maturity their squad has when it comes to making tactical fouls and not resorting to childish actions such as arguing with the referee and kicking the balls away. That's exactly what we do. In the last 2 games, it seems Luton may have finally found some form due to their change in play style. They are now recording an average of 4 to 6 corners per game whilst attempting 12 to 16 shots. And I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a clip that's circulating around. I think the Luton manager has put out a war cry to their fans, saying that need them big in the ground. The ground is small. It's very close to the pitch. It's going to be loud, and I think he's asking for the supporters to bring the game to unsettle Chelsea Football Club. Valen furthermore goes on to say Luton are no slouches when it comes to set pieces either. In their 1-0 win against Newcastle, they scored through a set piece routine, which Townsend scored. Comparing to Wolves, Luton doesn't necessarily possess too much height and aerial ability when it comes to set pieces. However, they are much better than, say, a Crystal Palace. So look, plenty other information that Valen's provided. Luton's main ball distributors, Barkley, Doughty, Amari Bell, and their main ball carriers are Ogbene, Doughty, Jacob Brown. So look, ladies and gentlemen, plenty to sink our teeth into in regards to Luton, but I fully expect us to still win this. I want us to go there. We beat them earlier on this season. Raheem Sterling was a key factor. Lots of talk in regards to Raheem Sterling. A lot of the fan base don't want Raheem Sterling to start. I still think he's going to start, Look, I've got no animosity against him. I actually still like Raheem Sterling. I like him. I know he's done some criminal activities, in this season where he's should have squared the ball and he hasn't squared the ball, which could have confirmed goals. But look at the amount of assists that he keeps missing out because of our strikers consistently missing opportunities. So good news is few players are going to be back in terms of Sterling, in terms of Cole Palmer. Whether Nkunku starts from the get-go, I don't know. The last game was literally a couple of days ago. So is Nkunku going to be fit enough to start? We've already seen what happened to Romeo Lavia. He wasn't ready to probably come on and feature for Chelsea Football Club against Crystal Palace. Don't want to overload Christopher Nkunku. Mudryk apparently is feeling some sort of a knock off the back of that Crystal Palace game. But everything else is as per. Enzo Fernandez is still missing. So look, we're going to get into the match, the team selection, my team selection very, very soon. But before we do that, Let's go through some news, whiz through some news, ladies and gentlemen. First up, Chelsea owners have a very concrete interest in buying a minority stake in Sporting Lisbon and are ready to take the lead for the club. Todd Bowley sees Portugal as the perfect place to invest in another football club. So we already know about this. For some reason, our owners, they fancy Portugal a lot. They feel there is a lot of talent there. They feel talent, players can go there and become super talented footballers. So, they've been eyeing out Sporting Lisbon for a long time, and they are still trying to do that by getting a minority stake with Sporting Lisbon. Look, if we can get that, fantastic. We can start, sending our players there. We can also get players from Sporting Lisbon. They do have a lot of talented players over there and generally make a lot of talented players as well. Malo Gusto, on being asked to play left back, I have to try to play everywhere. The coach asked me to go over to the left side, and I will try my best every time. I'm ready to play anywhere. I love this attitude from Malo Gusto. Absolutely love it. And look, great that he's open to pretty much play everywhere. My take in recent times has been that I don't like Levi Colwill on left back position. If we have to play someone out of position, you might as well play Malo Gusto there, who's far more suitable to play left back, and just allow Levi Colwill to be a centre back. Then the question poses is what happens on the right back position. So I guess you're going to compromise, and we rather not compromise in the right back and have Malo Gusto there. But I really, really hate Levi Colwill playing in the left back position. Robert Sanchez is nearing his return to action after being sidelined for the last few weeks with a knee injury. This is going to be a bit of a conundrum because, if anything, Petrovic has probably done everything possible to keep Robert Sanchez off the goalkeeping position. The Spaniard could make his return to the squad at the beginning of next month as the fixture schedule eases a bit for the Blues. So, look, very, very interesting. What's going to happen? What will Mauricio Pochettino do here? I think Petrovic deserves to keep staying. I really do. He's looked very calm. He's looked very composed when it comes to shot stopping. His distribution has been seamless as well. Nothing outrageous, but seamless. He doesn't come across a particular keeper so far, hasn't created any error, and he doesn't look shaky. Sanchez, on the other hand, looks all of that, what we just mentioned. Next up, Chelsea are expected to increase ticket prices next season. No firm decision has been made amid an ongoing consultation process, but dialogue in a series of meetings has left supporters expecting price rises. Coming from Nizar Kinsella, look, me being an international fan, I will never understand this, obviously, because I don't have to buy a season ticket, but I can understand how this may price out local fans. Apparently, the price has been blocked for over 10 years, all during the Roman Abramovich era. There hasn't ever been any price increase, and obviously now the new owners have come in. It will be hard to swallow this news for a lot of Chelsea fans, especially the local ones, when Chelsea are lingering at 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then on top of that, and this has been running for 2 years, by the way. And then on top of that, there is an increase coming up for prices. So it's already difficult to follow Chelsea and go and watch their matches. And don't forget, it's very expensive. And now it's only going to get even more expensive, it seems like. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of disgruntled fans. Mauricio Pochettino and Romeo Lavia's injury. Lavia felt something, and we need to check and hope it's not too bad. We're a little bit worried because if you watch the game against Crystal Palace, I had to change his position with Conor Gallagher at the end because he was struggling to run. He will see what is going on. We hope it's not a big issue and he can bring with us again. He's an important player that we recovered, and it's going to be a shame if we cannot use him in the next few games. It will definitely be a shame. I hope that his injury is not serious and that if he needs to miss out on Luton, no problems, but we do need his services back. 100%. We need Romeo Lavia to help us out in midfield. There's no two ways about it. And even more so if we lose Conor Gallagher in the transfer market, in the upcoming transfer market in January. Mauricio Pochettino confirmed that Mudryk needs to be assessed ahead of tomorrow's game after he limped off during the second half of our victory over Crystal Palace. This is a bit of a loss as well. I mean, this guy can't seem to put string of matches together. Seems to keep picking up these little injuries here and there, which breaks up his momentum, and then he has to build all over again. So this is why, I guess, more reasons why Raheem Sterling is going to start. I think Raheem Sterling would have started anyway, but knowing that there's no Mudryk, I think Raheem Sterling will probably start. I mean, I don't know whether there's going to be no Mudryk or not, but looks like he will not be. Risk in this particular match. Mauricio Pochettino was asked if Chelsea win, will they be allowed New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off? Yes, of course. That is the plan. The plan is to win and then give 1 or 2 days off, depending on the circumstances. Look, some people are getting quite annoyed with this, and players are going to need some days off, especially the Christmas period, the New Year's Day, and this, that. I've got no issues with all of this stuff. For me, get me the 3 points. That is far more important. After that, do what you need to do. Obviously, people need days off. There's no doubts about that. A lot of people are saying, look, we already play 1 game a week. You get enough time off. Why more time off? But there are certain days where you just need time off, man, and spend time with the family. New Year's Day is one of them, of course. Mauricio Pochettino says his Chelsea players must be ready to match Luton Town's desire and fight when the two sides meet in the Premier League at Kenilworth Road tomorrow. 100%. This is one thing Luton will bring. They will bring the passion, the desire, the fight, the hunger. They're in the relegation battle. They will definitely put up a fight. So we have to be ready. We need to not just match, but even overshadow that and go beyond that. Chelsea are currently without 10 first-team players due to injury, including midfielder Enzo Fernandez. Pochettino confirmed that none of those sidelined will be available for Saturday's trip to take on Luton Town. So Enzo, we don't know how long he's gone for, but he is gone for a little while. And this is a bit of an issue in midfield because we do need Enzo back. I know he's been very topsy-turvy as well this season. However, his quality is needed at Chelsea Football Club. It's simple as that. Last but not least, in terms of all the news, before we get into the team selection, Lavia on the challenges he's faced playing left back, where you receive the ball, a lot of the time you receive the ball right on the line, and there's only a few passes. At centre half, where I've usually got the ball, you're in control of the situation. I think Lavia Colwell kind of indirectly trying to say he doesn't really fancy being a left back. I think he's more suited to be a centre-back. Left back seems like a lot harder for him. That's where you need specialised left-back in left-back position. However, it further goes on to say you can break the lines, you can play forward, you can start set attacks. I think this is talking about playing from a centre-back position. But as a fullback, there's a lot harder because you've got the winger. You can go back to the centre-half or midfielder. That's it, really. So as a left back, there's not much option for him. Mauricio knows I'm a centre back, but he knows it's going to help me when I go back there. I understand what the fullback wants of me and a lot more, and it'll make a big difference when I'm older. And if I ever need to play there, I will. So look, he's saying that it's potentially going to help him understand the left back position if he goes back into the centre back position, which is good. I like the way he's thinking that way, getting the work experience, getting the, empathy of that particular position. But, I do want to see him going back as a centre back very, very soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is my team selection. So I'm not going to be here trying to predict what Mauricio Pochettino is going to do. I'm going to go with the team that I want to start against Luton, that I feel has every opportunity to win the match. 4-2-3-1 is the formation, going with Petrovic as the goalkeeper because Sanchez is still not ready. Left back, look, I would have just one game, please. Brother, use Ian Martin. I know Ian Martin wasn't that great last game, but look, you need to give the player some rhythm. This player is not some sort of a Mickey Mouse player, man. My team, I'm going with Ian Martin because I don't like Levi Colwell on that left side. I really don't like it. If I have to use Levi Colwell, I'm using Levi Colwell in defense. I think he might do a better job than Buddy Shield and Desarcy and the likes at the moment. I'm going with Colwell and Silva as my 2CB partnership. And then on the right side, I'm going with Marlo Gusto. Play the players that play in their natural positions and have learned their traits in those positions. Martin is a left back. Colwell is a CB. So let's do that, ladies and gentlemen. Caicedo in the middle. I think this is quite straightforward. Gallagher. Double pivot of Caicedo and Gallagher. They're going to have to match the intensity and try and control the match for us against Luton. Up front, ladies and gentlemen, look, if Michaela Mudryk is doubtful, then I'm going to have Sterling here. I will start Nkunku, even though I am a little bit weary whether he's able to continue 2 matches in a row. But at this level, I need wins now, and I need this brother to help us get wins. I'm going with Cole Palmer. I know a lot of you guys will be upset. Oh, where's Madueke? Where's Madueke? Look, honestly, he can come off the bench. I thank him for the 3 points that he gave us against Palace, but you can come off the bench. And up front, I think it's quite certain it's going to be Nicholas Jackson. This brother, look, goal scoring is not natural to him, but one thing I have to say against Crystal Palace, whenever he was dropping into these midfield areas in Nkunku positions, he was actually looking all right. He was linking up well. He should have had 2 assists, and he didn't. It's his finishing that absolutely lets him down. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my team: Petrovic, Martin, Colwell, Silva, Gusto, Caicedo, Gallagher, Sterling, and Nkunku, Palmer, Jackson. Let me know what you think about that. My score prediction, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're going to concede. We always do concede. We always have some sort of lapse of concentration. But I think we're going to win this 2-1. Narrow victory, 2-1. We have to, as I said, got to match up to their intensity. We have to understand and accept that their stadium is going to be intimidating to a certain degree. Their crowd is going to be loud, but we have to be able to stand up to that. We are Chelsea Football Club, and we have to show that we can endure all of that and win this. So hopefully we can get the victory. 2-1 is my prediction. Let me know your thoughts, your prediction, your lineups, and everything we spoke about on this particular preview and news segment. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys for the watch along. Until then, take care and see ya.